In the dimly lit forests and suburban outskirts of North America, the opossum moves with quiet vigilance. This marsupial, scientifically known as Didelphis virginiana, is an extraordinary example of evolutionary resilience, having survived through glacial periods, habitat shifts, and human encroachment. Though often overlooked or misunderstood, the opossum is a pivotal species, contributing to ecological balance through its diverse diet and scavenging behavior. Physically, the opossum is modest in size but finely adapted to its niche. Adults typically weigh between 2 to 6 kilograms, with a body length of 35 to 50 centimeters, complemented by a prehensile tail that aids in climbing and balance. Its fur is coarse, ranging from gray to brown, providing camouflage among tree branches and leaf litter. The opossum's face is characterized by a pointed snout, sensitive whiskers, and large, reflective eyes, adaptations that optimize nocturnal foraging and predator detection. Its limbs are agile, with sharp claws enabling swift movement across uneven terrain and vertical surfaces. Nocturnal behavior defines much of the opossum's activity. Emerging at dusk, it forages under the cover of darkness, navigating complex environments with acute senses of smell, hearing, and touch. Movement is deliberate yet cautious, minimizing exposure to predators such as owls, foxes, bobcats, and domestic dogs. When threatened, the opossum employs remarkable defensive strategies, most famously, playing dead, a behavior scientifically known as thanatosis. This involuntary response can last several minutes, deterring predators by simulating lifelessness, and often ensures survival where direct confrontation would fail. Feeding habits are highly versatile. Opossums are omnivorous generalists, consuming fruits, insects, small vertebrates, eggs, carrion, and human refuse when available. This opportunism allows them to thrive in diverse habitats, from forest interiors to city backyards. Their diet not only supports individual survival but also confers ecological benefits, controlling insect populations, cleaning carrion, and dispersing seeds. By interacting with multiple trophic levels, the opossum serves as a subtle but essential agent of ecosystem maintenance. Social structure is largely solitary, with individuals meeting primarily during mating periods. Interaction is minimal outside these occasions, yet social learning occurs, particularly in young marsupials observing maternal behavior. Mothers carry underdeveloped young in a ventral pouch or cling to her back, providing protection and guidance during the early stages of life. This parental care ensures juveniles develop essential foraging, climbing, and survival skills, increasing their chances of independent existence once they leave the maternal pouch. As night deepens across forests, fields, and urban edges, the opossum's world comes alive. Its senses, finely attuned to low-light conditions, guide it with remarkable precision. Olfactory and auditory cues allow the opossum to locate food, detect predators, and navigate unfamiliar terrain, while tactile feedback from its whiskers and prehensile tail provides spatial awareness even in complete darkness. This nocturnal mastery ensures survival in habitats that range from densely vegetated woodlands to human-altered landscapes. The opossum's defensive behaviors are among the most sophisticated in the mammalian world. When confronted by predators, it may hiss, growl, or bare its sharp teeth as a warning. Yet its signature strategy, thanatosis or playing dead, combines physiological and behavioral adaptations. Heart rate slows, muscles relax, and the animal emits a faint odor resembling decay, making it unappealing or confusing to potential attackers. This involuntary response, often misunderstood as simple trickery, reflects a complex evolutionary strategy honed over millennia. Feeding behavior highlights the opossum's ecological versatility. Opportunistic omnivory allows it to exploit diverse food sources. Fruits and berries supplement energy, insects and small vertebrates provide protein, while carrion reduces waste and minimizes disease transmission. In urban environments, opossums adapt to human presence, foraging in gardens, compost heaps, and trash bins without significant disruption to their natural behaviors. The digestive flexibility and scavenging habits make them key players in maintaining environmental balance, controlling insect populations, and aiding in decomposition cycles. Reproduction in opossums is uniquely adapted to their marsupial heritage. Breeding typically occurs in late winter or early spring, with females producing litters of up to 13 tiny, underdeveloped young. These neonates crawl into the mother's pouch, attaching to her teat for nourishment and protection. After several weeks, the juveniles ride on her back as she forages, learning critical survival skills from observation and practice. The rapid maturation process ensures that the species can recover quickly even in the face of environmental challenges and predation pressures. Territorial and movement behaviors are flexible. While largely solitary, opossums maintain overlapping home ranges, adjusting activity patterns according to food availability, predator presence, and seasonal changes. Urban and suburban populations display remarkable adaptability, modifying foraging times, nesting choices, and escape routes to coexist alongside human activity. This behavioral plasticity underscores the species' intelligence and resilience, traits essential for survival in fluctuating environments. Despite its modest size, the opossum exerts significant influence on ecological dynamics. By regulating insect populations, consuming carrion, and dispersing seeds, it shapes vegetation patterns, supports pollination indirectly, and maintains the health of forest and grassland ecosystems. Its presence affects both prey and predator species, demonstrating that even small, nocturnal mammals can be keystone contributors to environmental stability. As the moon arcs across the night sky, the opossum continues to assert its quiet influence on the ecosystem. Its role extends beyond mere survival. It acts as an ecological regulator, a scavenger that cleans the environment, a seed disperser that shapes forest regeneration, and a nocturnal predator that keeps insect and small vertebrate populations in check. These functions, often unnoticed by humans, are critical for maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem stability. Every foraging choice, every movement along a branch or through underbrush, contributes to the delicate web of life that sustains the forests and suburban habitats alike. Social interaction, while limited compared to highly gregarious mammals, still shapes the opossum's life. Occasional encounters during mating periods involve complex communication and subtle negotiation. Males and females assess each other for reproductive suitability, utilizing scent, vocalizations, and body language. These interactions are brief but highly consequential, ensuring genetic diversity and the continuation of adaptive traits. Outside of mating, the opossum's solitary nature reduces competition and allows it to exploit dispersed food resources efficiently, highlighting a strategy of low-profile resilience. Defense and avoidance are constant priorities. Predators, including owls, foxes, coyotes, bobcats, and domestic dogs, create a landscape of vigilance. Opossums employ a combination of stealth, nocturnal activity, arboreal agility, and the dramatic thanatosis response to survive. Their ability to assess threats, determine the level of danger, and select an appropriate strategy is a reflection of evolutionary intelligence honed over millions of years. Unlike more confrontational species, the opossum relies on cunning, adaptability, and the element of surprise to navigate risk successfully. Reproductive and developmental strategies are intricately linked to environmental pressures. Gestation is brief, with offspring emerging in an underdeveloped state and continuing growth within the maternal pouch. This marsupial approach allows rapid reproduction cycles and quick adaptation to changes in resource availability or predation pressures. Juveniles are highly observant, learning essential survival skills from their mother, from climbing to foraging, to recognizing potential threats. Maternal investment is intensive but strategically optimized to ensure the highest likelihood of survival for the next generation. Human influence has added a new layer of challenge and opportunity for opossums. Urbanization and habitat fragmentation compress territories, while vehicle collisions and domestic predators increase mortality risks. Yet, opossums often demonstrate remarkable adaptability in cities and suburban areas, utilizing gardens, alleyways, and green spaces to find food and shelter. Their flexible behavior, nocturnal habits, and omnivorous diet allow coexistence with humans without significant ecological disruption, demonstrating resilience that few small mammals possess. The intelligence of the opossum is evident not only in its ability to survive but also in its integration into complex ecological networks. It recognizes patterns in predator behavior, adapts to resource availability, and modifies strategies in response to environmental change. By balancing caution with opportunism, it maintains a precarious equilibrium that sustains both its survival and the broader health of the ecosystem. In these subtle ways, the opossum exemplifies the elegance of evolutionary design, a species whose quiet mastery ensures life continues unbroken, even under challenging conditions. As the night deepens, the opossum's life exemplifies the art of quiet survival. Moving under the veil of darkness, it navigates a world fraught with predators, environmental hazards, and human interference. Its intelligence manifests in subtle decisions: when to forage, where to shelter, how to approach new food sources, and when to employ its famous thanatosis strategy. These choices, repeated night after night, reflect not only instinct but also learning and adaptation, key components that have allowed the opossum to persist across millennia. Ecologically, the opossum remains indispensable. By consuming insects, small vertebrates, and carrion, it prevents overpopulation of certain species and contributes to nutrient recycling. Its foraging and seed dispersal behavior influence forest regeneration, promoting plant diversity and the maintenance of microhabitats that sustain other wildlife. Though small and nocturnal, its impact is disproportionately significant, illustrating that survival does not always require size or aggression, but knowledge, timing, and integration into the environment. Socially, the opossum is solitary, yet its interactions during mating periods demonstrate subtle complexity. Scent marking, vocal signals, and behavioral cues facilitate mating without prolonged conflict. Mothers invest heavily in the young, providing protection, guidance, and essential survival skills. Juveniles, riding on their mother's back or sheltered in her pouch, learn the intricacies of navigating predators, finding food, and understanding their surroundings, lessons that are vital for their transition to independence. Human activity introduces new challenges, yet the opossum's flexibility allows it to persist. Urban and suburban habitats offer novel food sources and shelter, while increasing mortality risk through traffic and domestic predators. The species' ability to adapt activity patterns, utilize artificial structures, and exploit human-provided resources reflects a remarkable cognitive plasticity. Its persistence underscores the opossum's evolutionary ingenuity, a creature that can thrive alongside humans without losing its ecological function. Ultimately, the opossum story is one of resilience, adaptation, and ecological integration. It survives through a combination of nocturnal mastery, omnivorous diet, social acumen, and strategic avoidance of threats. Its presence is a testament to the power of subtlety, intelligence, and evolutionary design. As the moon wanes and the forest quiets, the opossum continues its silent work, maintaining ecological balance, dispersing seeds, controlling populations, and reminding observers that even the smallest, most elusive creatures play indispensable roles in the natural world. The narrative of the opossum closes not with spectacle, but with enduring quiet influence. It embodies the essence of survival, knowledge, adaptability, and integration into a complex ecosystem where every decision carries weight. For the attentive observer, the opossum is more than a nocturnal marsupial. It is an architect of ecological stability, a master of adaptation, and a living emblem of resilience against a world of unpredictability.